friends. Essex caught in a great tackle from Banks. We're going to be hearing a lot of Banks today, I reckon, Jason. A really good young player in this competition. As St Virgil's look for a quick kick towards goal. It is. It's the opener. We've seen it. A fantastic build-up by the Saints. We'll get back to that a little bit later as your man comes bursting through the pack here, Jason.
He's been good, Tom. He's been good. Ball tapped very clearly. Richardson with a nice kick goes over Bailey's head and second goal of the day. This time it's Bailey Bester, I believe, putting it through from the goal square.
Really wide here. This is the best passage of play we've seen so far from the Lions. It's with Griffiths at the moment. He'll drive the ball inside 50 in the direction of Davies, and Hardcastle in the front spot there.
Need a score. Level things up a bit and taken from behind. That is a wonderful mark. He's plucked that, Tom. He was 4 deep.
It's a beautiful looking kick. Has it got the journey? It's going to fall just short. As we spoke of him as Henry Johnson in the goal square has taken a true hanger.
From the clouds, Thomas. Don't you love to see that? Drifting across the front of the paddock. That is a tremendous mark.
Have a look at the lift he's just got. You'd think for the first goal for Hutchins, it's a stuttery approach, but it's all clear. They're on the board. 1-1-7 Hutchins. They trail St Virgil's 2-1-13 Duff TV. Getting very, very calm and measured, and a beautiful kick, non-preferred to Ingram. Now the open side is there for Hardcastle if he wants it. He heads in that direction, and he comes out.
Gavalis. Hutchins with a couple of men at the back. There's Essex. Gets her hands out, but to no avail. St Virgil's look for options inside forward 50. That one's going to drop to no one in particular. Beautifully picked up. Wheels across to the right, and what a wonderful kick that was, Tom.
That was the smiling assassin. Bester, what a beautiful kick. Great vision. Was managed to spot up a teammate there when there wasn't really a lot of space. Have a look at this. The clean pick up in front of Ellis. Just turned, and within, I mean, there was a couple of Hutchins players closing and managed to find Zach Lucas.
Can play, can't he? Your man Lucas will take this one from about 30 metres out. Slide angle, kicks, and kicks truly. St Virgil's with their third goal on the board. St Kilda playing very soon, Tom, by the way. St Virgil's have opened up that lead, 12-point lead.
Through that man, Aaron Brennan, who'll drive St Virgil's inside 50 again. No, he's going to use the handball there to Lucas. He sets it to a very dangerous spot now. Out the back again is Bailey Bester, but off the ground he's kicked a goal.
That is a wonderful bit of play by St Virgil's.
Back in the ruck here, so Cleary against Young. Another good tap to Cleary, picked up by Berry. Handball backwards, finds Van Eggen. I think I'm saying that right. I'm not really sure, Jason.
Happy for you to go with that,
inside
Tom.
50 to Bester around the corner on the left foot. Another dangerous spot. He might have been holding him, Bailey. I think they've found one. Good grace, it's going to him. Liam Grace to take the kick from point blank range. It was a good fist from Bailey, but I think he had a fair bit of his jumper. Wastes no time. No celebration really needed there from Grace. Another goal for St Virgil's.
Strong enough to hold that one up, Hutchins, but it is dangerous. They look dangerous every time they go forward. Cleary with a kick out of the ruck last time, taps that one down to Gavalis. It falls to the front of the pack though. St Virgil's with the kick off. That one's going to drip through, and it does.
I think it might have been Satori again, so he might have his second. Carlson to do battle again with him. A pretty even contest. That one, Gavalis at ground level. Ellis with a nice clean collect and head towards half forward. Hudson playing in front. Wants 50, nothing doing, of course. Wheels and goes deep inside 50 towards Hardcastle, but in the front it's Johnston Hugh. Johnston of the Hugh variety. He's taken a couple of big clunks so far, and it's fair to say, Jace, they need this.
Absolutely, Tom. Could not have come at a better time. That momentum has really swung in St Virgil's way after a strong end of the quarter by Hutchins. St Virgil's, the first 7 minutes of this quarter have been absolutely dominant.
And for those that might just be tuning in, we saw perhaps the mark of the season in the Old Scholars competition from this man on screen. He went back, converted truly from directly in front, 3 metres out. This one a little trickier. The umpire's moving, but it sneaks home, I think, so a much-needed goal to Hutchins. He's got both their goals now, so they get their first of the second quarter. St Virgil's have 3 of their own, and they still lead the game by 26 minutes. Gavalis and Cleary, not a lot of hair there, but combining well A hack kick off the ground has worked very, very nicely. I think that might have been Richardson. It's a long kick towards the teeth of goal and playing in front and taking the mark for St Virgil's. And it is Grace with the ball, so he's already kicked one goal in this second quarter, here for another. Never in doubt. So the quick reply, they worked hard to get their first major.
Front of the pack, Harrison, half a hack kick at that one, doesn't quite connect. Goes to the front, and there's Johnson as the umpire pick one out here. They have. It's either holding or in the back here, Tom. Not sure which way it's going to go.
As Johnston approaches again, he's been quite prolific, one of the better players so far for Hutchins.
All 3 goals for Hutchins here, Tom, is it? Goes back and makes no mistake of it. Wonderful start from that man. A bit high there, I think he'll earn himself a free kick. They take advantage, move the ball into the forward line. 2-on-1 situation. Smart play. Goes inside, finds a player.
Waddington.
And beautifully played. He's hit the post, Waddington. He'd love that one again.
I'll tell you what, that was champagne football right up to the finish, and it wasn't far off as well from Tighe there. We'll just have a look at that again. It's a beautiful
smart handball. Waddington goes back 15 out, and it just drifts at the last minute, doesn't it, Tom?
I'll tell you the beauty of that handball as well, Jace, is that he put it to the advantage of Waddington, so he could just run onto it, didn't have to break stride, and he had a clear run at goal. Beautiful mark again from Johnston there at half-back. Big sort of 5 or 10 minutes in this contest, you suggest. Well done by Carlson. Beautiful tap work, and he's going to rove his own work. Kick for goal, heads in the direction of the goals, and I reckon Best has got a boot to it.
That is outstanding work in the goal. Mercurial. Bester taps it down to himself. How good was the work from Carlson then, Tom?
Yeah, we're going to have another look at that, because Cleary's obviously been pretty dominant in the ruck, and we know this is a part of Carlson's game where he can get on top. His second and third efforts, very, very agile for a bigger man, and he's managed to just get the ball to boot. Ended up in a dangerous spot. And Bailey Bester, we've said his name a few times today, whether or not it's actually been him or not, but he's having a real impact to do battle with Cleary. Cleary again out of the ruck.
Takes that one out,
Playing
Tom.
in front is Patinotis. He'll drive them inside 50 now. Hardcastle leads out. Heads in that direction. Once again, he just overrun it.
This man, Tom, has been outstanding. Johnson just misread that one over his head.
A lot of support from the girls here for Hugh. He's a bit of a fan favourite. Obviously, the girls playing the later game, the marquee fixture today at 2:30, but there's a lot of support for Hugh Pumpkin Johnston from the girls. I believe he's dating Mimosa, who's one of the star players for the girls. We'll see a little bit later on as well, as Johnston approaches now, heading for his 4th reasonably regulation shot, you would say.
35 out directly in front. Strong bit of crowd support then, Tom, and he goes back and makes no mistake. Johnson with all 4 of Hutchins' goals.
Moment. Interesting commentary coming from the crowd. He's kicked it in to the man of the mark. Johnson again is going to look for 5. They're going to repel those St Virgil, so here goes Brennan again. Not sure if the crowd are aware that the camera mics are on. We'll let that play.
Quite humorous though, Thomas. Maybe we all remember what happened there, a little bit close to the man on the mark. We'll make sure he gives himself plenty of space this time. He'll kick this one from about 40 metres out. Nice, deliberate run up as he makes his way towards the goal. Much needed. And shows some composure this one, Huey Hardcastle. He enjoys that. And a very much needed goal from Hutchins, 5-2-32.
Over the top, I think. No, he's not. Drop punt. Heads towards the points and coming across, of course. You know who, Jason. It's Hugh Johnston.
They just put one hand up then, Tom. That was outstanding.
Look at that. He had no right to mark that. We'll have another look at that one, I think.
I'd like to see you go and have a chat with Mark Beck. He's a very sensible man, Tom. And look at his feelings at the end of the first half.
We might cross to a halftime break now. I'm going to go and see who I can find out there, Jace, if that's okay. Just joined here by 200 game player, wing sensation Lewis Noy. Lewis, a little bit of feeling in this game at the moment, just sort of a bit of niggle at half time. What's going on? What's going on there?
Oh, that's just the old traditional rival. That's what we play for. So
It's all happening at the moment, mate. 4 goals down at half time. Sort of wrestled back a little bit of momentum towards the end of that first half. Do you think the boys will be galvanised by a Lamps sort of motivational speech at half time and come out ready to go in the third quarter?
I would have thought so. I mean, we fixed our stoppage game for the last 5 minutes and probably saw a bit of that on the scoreboard. We're just getting smacked around the stoppage and they're getting the easy ball to the outside. So hopefully fix that up a bit more and come in the third quarter and see how we go.
And we'll just walk this way, mate. I noticed that you did start the game on the bench. Now, is this a directive of the coaching, maybe just to think we're trying to blood some young players looking to next year? Is there a tap on the shoulder coming, or are you pretty confident that you'll be signed on for 2026?
I would have thought so, Toz. I haven't got near it yet, so it's probably a good call to start on the pine.
Good luck, mate. Thank you.
Banks approaches, kicks it from the 50.
Oh, he's got
goes back and he has got a hold of it. What did I say, Thomas?
Berry. Straight off the boot, never in doubt. And
he goes.
And he goes. He might kick it to his counterpart, though, in Panda from Canberra, who just fell over and the ball fell with him. Have a look at that. He's very good for a big man in those sort of situations. He's done very well. Anyway, Bester short on. He's found Banks. Jason, are you calling it now?
Absolutely, Tom. But he's the one man. He's the one man you don't want to have the ball in that position.
And left footer, beautiful spot for a left footer. Beautiful spot for a left footer.
Crowd getting into it nicely. But Banks just finds space. How much space do you have there, Tom? 20 metres each way.
Too much. He'll just open up this angle nicely. I wonder if he'll just try and wheel around a little bit on the left boot.
Doesn't need to.
Okay. I've heard it here first on Duff TV. He's going to go 2 from 2, Jay Berry, with Banks as he approaches and absolutely goes bang.
Johnston goes back. Hugh Johnston, vice-captain, had a tremendous day. A lot on this kick as he goes back 35 metres out.
Splits the middle.
No mistake of it, and Hutchins with a much-needed goal.
So the kick goes wide. Coming across was Hudson. Did really, really well to force the contest. Davies shrugs the tackle from Copperman now. Decides to have a bounce. Wheels onto that right boot. It's a 2-on-1, but the one is Johnston. Happens to get it to ground. Falls over to... Oh, it is Julius Patanoitis. Kicks the goal in the role of the crummer.
That makes it a little bit more interesting here at Queen Rival, Tom.
Could we have a grandstand finish? Something that we all here want, not to mention those watching along at home on Duff TV, as Cleary gets it out to Davies. They've got their tails up now. Don't you worry about that. Out of the congestion now goes Copperman. He's got men in numbers, and it's Brennan. I lost sight of his mullet there for a while. He's gone behind his back. Heads in the direction of Bailey. Bester there, still with Bester now. Can he collect in a dangerous spot? Nice tackle from Essex. Coming through was Banks onto the left boot. He might have put it beyond doubt with the quick reply. Oh, wow. A class above Charlie Banks. It's interesting that every time Hutchins get a sniff or they just manage to whittle the margin back, they seem to have a quick reply. Look at that for the handball first to Bester. That's what we really need to take note of there, Bez, was that handball then coming back through. That's the play of the day. There is no denying. We saw an absolute hanger, Gary Moorcroft-esque in the first quarter. That tops it. Looks long in the direction of Bester again, cutting across is Bailey. Oh, geez, he's giving him one there. Oh, and he's giving him another one here. Geez, that was interesting. Probably should be 50. We'll have a look at this. Look at Jesus.
And again.
I'll tell you what, I'd be...
And the Hutchins players aren't letting it go.
Sorry, Jason, I'm going to have to say this right now, Tom, that they'll be having a look at that.
And it was. There's a 50 for you, Tom. As predicted, it was there.
Gets through a couple of tackles, and he's got a man all on his own in Lucas. Lucas kicks further afield towards Banks. Geez, he's got it all to do here, McShane, against Charlie Banks. Banks with a little touch to Hayes, and Hayes ices the game. There it is. Mitchell Hayes, haven't seen a lot of him today, but he bobs up when needed most. Gets the margin out to 20.
Is there a post-season or their thoughts into next year?
There won't be a lot of thought put into 2026 just yet, I don't reckon. Banks with the footy again now. Head in the direction of Bester, who's deep in the pocket. He goes further than that towards Grace. Bailey and Grace wrestling. The umpire's found one. It's going
to Grace.
To Liam Grace.
Bailey with his hands around in the end there. Could have gone either way, though. Not a lot in that one.
Sam Reeves, their goal-kicking power forward, wasn't playing today. He's away in Hawaii. I'm told it's for work. Get down to Queenborough because the girls are going to do battle. It's Hutchins and St Virgil's to finish the triple header as Brennan just shrugs Davies off, heads to the teeth of goal, and Bester takes a one-handed. Beautiful mark.
Moves around with the trusty right foot, kicks it into the forward line for Hutchins, but as he has done all day, stands up strong in the contest, and St Virgil's take out the round 16 Hutchins versus St Virgil's clash. 14-8-92, defeat Hutchins 9-7-61 in what was a really enthralling game, Tom.
Yeah, it was. It was interesting, wasn't it? That three-goal margin St Virgil's had at quarter time, they just really couldn't eat into it. And sort of after that, it was just between sort of 3 and 5 goals, the difference in the game. It was quite an even contest. I think St Virgil's just managed to get that momentum at certain stages and be able to kick multiple goals, which was really that difference in the end. Yeah, Jace, are you there, mate?
I'm interested here in this team photo, Tom. A few head pats.
Yeah, I've just got myself into the Hutchins photo. Unfortunately, there's a few glares coming at me from the losing team. I'm joined here quickly by St Virgil's coach Mark Beck. Becky, a pretty complete performance. You happy with that leading into finals, mate, or there's a few things to work on?
No, very happy with it. Hutchins have really put it to us the last couple of games, so we knew it was going to be a tough contest, and to get over the line and then go into the finals with a performance like that, we're pretty happy.
And you didn't have your spearhead forward, Sam Reeves. I believe he's been holidaying in Hawaii, is that right? He should be back ready for finals?
Yes, not a bad little work conference, isn't it, to get 5 days in Hawaii, but no, we'll get him back next week, and that'll be good to add to our forward line. It was pretty good today.
And what do you see as the biggest threat with University next week, mate? Obviously a dangerous side. I think you had a pretty close game against them a couple of weeks ago. You ready to go?
Yeah, they've got some good players at the contest. Obviously, you know, Van der Velde still goes well, and some pretty good mids who really challenge us in the contest, McCrimmon and the like. So we'll have to shut those guys down, plus a few of their other keys, and hopefully we'll go all right.
I don't want to get too deep with you here, but just one quick question. How do you see the future of the old scholars, mate? Obviously, there's been a lot of talk at the moment. Where do you see it all going?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I was thinking about that today and whether or not we'd have that comment, but clearly with the uni situation, that's going to change a few things in the coming years. But obviously, a lot of the foundation clubs are really keen to continue as much as possible. I know St Virgil's, OHA, Dosa and the like, and Hutchins, of course, really want to continue this great comp, and I hope we do. And it'll be interesting to see what uni do. And I guess the thing with uni is, by going to Sandy Bay as they might end up doing, it's probably going to lose a fair bit of their identity. So I'm not sure a lot of their life members will be too happy about that.
Absolutely. Before we leave you, mate, you're a Mad Hawks man. Obviously, Sam Reeves out today. If you could pick one of the Hawks' four forwards to come and replace him today, who would you gone with?
Gee, it's hard.
It's been a big
the old bloke Jack Johnston's going pretty well at the moment, isn't he? But I love to see the flying Kaushal Deer. How good is he?
He's moving well, mate. Thank you, Mark Beck, the coaches and Virgil's. Good luck for the finals, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you very much, Tom. And you may have noticed in the footage just there the carrying off of Nick Cleary, which is probably not an easy feat, but I'm sure that's some sort of indication that maybe that he has hung up the boots after what is a very decorated career. Again, playing fantastically in what could be his last game. So congratulations to both teams on Hutchins on their season, to St Virgil's on the way they went about today. We wish the St Virgil's men good luck as they move into the final. I think we might have Tom Green back there before I pass on. Let's have a look. Tom, where is he? Hopefully.
Jace, I'm just going to interrupt you there if I can. I've got Hutchins stalwart here, Alistair Sayers. Now, Murray's been coaching the second 18 team for a number of years. He's also a premiership player with the first 18. We just want to hear, we could have a Duff TV live exclusive here. Muzz, are we going to see you going around for another season 2026?
No, you won't see me next year. I'm hung up the boots today. They're in the bin inside there. So no, that's it for me.
On and off the field, mate, as well. So an off-field role still or done?
No, I think I'm done. 4 years at the helm of the twos is more than enough for me, so we'll pack it up there.
It's been a storied career, mate. Congratulations. We just saw Nick Cleary being chaired off there as well. That would have been hard work first and foremost for the people underneath him. But what was the reasoning behind that? Was that a milestone game, or it's not a retirement as well, is it?
Well, I haven't heard anything official, but I'd say he's probably done too. So
we're getting some Duff TV exclusives here from Alistair Sayers. Thanks very much for joining us, Muzz. Jace, back to you.
Thank you, Tom. Are you done down there, Tom, or do you have one more for us? Oh. Go again there, Tom. Have you got Brennan?
I just had a side of our down here. I wanted to have a word to him, but I've lost him now. We might go back to you, Jace.
Okay, Tom. I think that probably wraps us up here at Queenborough Oval in what was a fantastic game of football. St Virgil's victorious, 14 goals, 8-92. Defeated Hutchins, 9 goals, 7-61. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Duff TV, ARC support coordinators and all of our wonderful sponsors today. It's been a fantastic day out. Thank you.